everybody, from the Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium here on the campus of Owen County High School, where tonight the Owen County Rebels get set to take on the North Oldham Mustangs. Good evening, I'm Brian Blair, joined alongside Braden Howard. And Braden, when you think about the weather outside, it's nice, it feels like March. When you look in here, this is a matchup that you could almost say is kind of one of those early tournament matchups. It's a March matchup, you could say, as Owen County takes on North Oldham. But the big story right off the top tonight is the fact that for Owen County, Brax Ward's not going to be out there tonight with an injury.
Yeah, it's definitely going to affect the gameplay. The Rebels are going to be without their leading scorer for the night. It's going to be definitely going to be tough getting points on the inside. So the Rebels are going to have to rely on the 3 points, stay close tonight against this really good North Oldham team. You know, they only have 3 losses on the year. Some of them being to some really big schools too. Like, you know, they took Great Crossing into overtime at Great Crossing. So that's a statement in itself. And the other 2 losses, I believe, were from the King of the Bluegrass tournament. So, you know, some really elite teams at the state level.
Yeah, they lost, you said, to Great Crossing, who at the time was the number 1 or number 2 team in the state. That game went to overtime, and then they also lost to Male High School, who's been in the top 25 most of the year. That game, as you said, was in the King of the Bluegrass. And then just the other week, just a couple of weeks ago, they lost at Oldham County 66-64. And Oldham County's a team that's been ranked in the top 25 in and out all year. In fact, as I was getting ready for the game this afternoon, and I actually meant to tell you this before we started, but I was on, Bluegrass Preps, and I was looking at their 8th region preview. They were picked 10th in the region before the season started, which will tell you a couple things. First of all, they were a little undervalued, but how good's the 8th region? Spencer County right there, Oldham County, North Oldham. There's some really good teams in this region, and North Oldham happens to be the one Owen County has to play tonight. As we take a look at this, we said 20-3 on the season for North Oldham. Owen County comes in ranked with a record of 15-9. The Mustangs are coached by David Levitch, and you know a little bit about this guy, right?
A little bit.
Tell me a little bit about your guy.
Of course, he grew up here in Goshen, Kentucky. He's an alumni of North Oldham, but he's also a University of Louisville alumni as well. You know, he was one of Patino's recruits there. He was there from 2013 to 2017. Wasn't a big scorer, but he was one of those players that you just really enjoyed to watch.
And he is on his way over to talk to Madison Wright here in just a second. So let's go ahead and get that up, and we will send it down to Madison right now.
Hey everyone, I'm your sideline reporter, Madison Wright, and tonight I'm here with head coach from North Oldham. Coach, according to my understanding, you all have had 20 wins this season, a pretty strong team. Tell me how you're feeling about that and about tonight's game.
Yeah, we've had a good season so far. We have 3 really good seniors led by 2 guys that have started the last couple years. So, you know, every game I feel like we're prepared to play our best game with our leadership, so hopefully keep it going tonight.
Absolutely, thank you.
You know, he talked about their schedule, Coach Levitch did, and one of the other things as I was getting ready for tonight's game, I happened to notice that just over the last couple of weeks as well, they beat Evangel, who I think at the time they played was ranked number 8. So, I mean, their schedule has been excellent on the season. Some of that, again, just because of the region they're in. And we are also going to throw it down right now to Madison again. She has one of tonight's officials.
All right, everyone, I'm here with the 8th region ref. Tell me how long you've been doing this, and tell me your favorite part or the most exciting thing about being a ref.
Well, my name's Jesse Currens. This is year 10 refereeing in the 8th region. My favorite thing about it is just the travel and seeing all the different schools and interacting with the coaches, the schools, and the teams. You know, we don't do this job for the money, right? Yeah. We love it. Yeah. And it's a way we can give back to the sport and and encourage and support our student athletes.
Absolutely. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Thank you, Madison. Appreciate that. Always nice to hear from the guys in stripes. And you think about it, those guys are busy. I mean, they travel all over the place. As you said, as you were telling me, they are definitely not in it for the money. But it's a great job if you want to stay around the game and see a bunch of gyms and watch a lot of excellent players. I wouldn't have anything to do with it. I'm not going to lie, but it is a great job, and I know that there have been plenty of people throughout the years who absolutely love it. Back to this game a little bit, as you said. Did you want to finish any thoughts on David Levitch? I kind of cut you off. I'm sorry.
He has been successful as a head coach. He's been there for a few years now, and of course, it's always good to go back to your alma mater to be able to coach. But looking at the team, it looks like Grant Neal is going to be their leading scorer on the year, averaging 22.1 points per game. Their last game was a win against Grant County at Grant County, 80-45. Grant Neal was the leading scorer that night as well with 27. He was shooting 67% on the night and 100% from the free throw. Also came down with 8 rebounds. So be interesting to see him play tonight and see what kind of leader he is out on the court.
You mentioned his shooting percentage the other night. For the year, he's a 57% shooter. So, I mean, he is very efficient with the basketball and with the shots that he takes. Their second leading scorer, Jack Fisher, 13.5 points a game, 7.4. He shoots it at a 64% clip. So they have some talented players. The question tonight for Owen County, without Brax Ward, is, and it is my belief from what I was told this afternoon, that Brennan Lewis is going to be getting the start tonight, but we'll see for sure on that. But it's going to, I don't think it's going to be where it's going to be one of these where it falls on one person. I think there's going to have to be multiple guys step up tonight. And I think there's guys to do it. But I think if you're Owen County tonight, a couple of things. You want to be patient with the basketball. You want to be efficient with your shots, take good shots. And then I think they just need to do what they've done all year, and that's play as a team. And I don't think any one guy is going to or needs to feel like they need to step it up. I think there's 3 or 4 guys who can do that, but it's so hard. And I hope Micah Shelton and Malachi Medford don't feel the pressure to have to make their game more than what it is. Does that make sense to you?
And like you said, it's got to be a team effort tonight. Just thinking, throwing stuff out there. I'm thinking the Rebels have to have 3 people in the double digits at least scoring.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, they're going to have to shut it down on the defensive end as well.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get a couple kills. Score 3, get some scores and some defensive stops in there. Just looking at North Oldham here, they look a little bigger. That's probably going to be an issue. But like you said, just slow it down and be patient on the offensive end, and I think they can stick with them.
Yeah, I don't think you play stall ball by any chance. But, I mean, there is no shot clock. You don't have to be in a hurry offensively. I think the other big factor tonight, as I was looking at some of the numbers, is North Oldham shoots a lot of three-pointers. And as a team, they shoot it 39% out there. Owen County, 38%. But they're going to have to do a good job of defending the 3 because Owen County, not a quantity three-point shooting team. And so it's going to be important to keep them away from shooting. What I'm trying to say is Owen County can't fall behind tonight. And one way to keep from doing that is by defending the three-point shot well. So we'll see how that goes. As you said, North Oldham won their last game 80-45. They made 10 three-pointers that night in that contest. Owen County, of course, its last outing, they beat Trimble County 70-52. Big night in here Monday night as Micah Shelton scored his. It is not a thunderstorm, just so you know, outside. Although it feels like it could be.
Yep.
It's nice. But Micah Shelton got his 1,000th point and head coach Devin Duvall picked up his 300th win. And you talked about Coach Levitch being, coaching his alma mater, and I wish we had a little more time to delve into that with Coach Duvall, but how special is that to get 300 wins at your alma mater?
Yeah. That's, playing here, growing up here in the county, being a coach for, gosh, I don't know how long now. It's always a big accomplishment, and I think that's what's so special about Owen County is because all the alumni come back.
Mm-hmm.
They want to pour into their community and help make a difference one way or another.
Yeah, you talk about that. You look down at the coaching staff. so many guys on the coaching staff. The head coaches here at other sports are Owen Countyans. And,
yes.
and like you said, it's very, very important. So we talk about the series a little bit between these two schools. North Oldham won the last meeting between the two back in February of 2019. They won that game 67-38. The first meeting between these two schools took place in 2004. North Oldham hasn't been around a long time. They're fairly new. As Oldham County grew, they became one of the new additions to the county. But North Oldham leads the series 8-7. Last Owen County win was back on February 9th, 2016.
That was in this gym, wasn't it?
It was. They defeated North Oldham 65-48. Probably the most impactful win in the series for either team came in the 2015 8th Region Tournament. Owen County defeated North Oldham that night to advance to the semifinals. So there is some brief history between the two here as well. But nice to be at the Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium tonight. It's the last, for us at least, busy week. The boys will be in action again tomorrow night as they travel up to take on Williamstown. We'll run down our corporate sponsors for you here real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit about that upcoming schedule for Owen County. But let's thank our corporate partners tonight: Adidas, Ashcraft Realty, Broadlink, Bush Realty, the Covenants Group, Call Family Pharmacy, Commonwealth Credit Union, Double B Dumpsters, Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards Pool Hall, German American Bank, Graphics for Athletics, the Growing Family McDonald's, H&W Duke Sporting Goods, Kelly Brothers, Me Viejo, North American Stainless, Owen Electric, Perry Logistics, Premier Detail, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Southern States, State Farm of Owenton, and UK Sports Medicine. And as always, thank you for your continued support of Owen County Athletics. Let's talk about the schedule for the Owen County Rebels. As I said, tomorrow night they're going to head up to Williamstown to take on the Demons. And when you look at their last remaining games, 5 remaining games after tonight, only one of those teams has a losing record, and that's Simon Kenton. And that 10-14, as we talked about the other night, extremely deceiving. But they have Williamstown Thursday. Next Tuesday, they're here against Shelby. They're 12-10.
That'll be another alumni game.
Yeah.
Blake Traylor is now the head coach over at Shelby County.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that. Thank you.
And that's funny because he actually played under Coach Duvall.
Wow. So. The pupil versus the student. That'll be. I had totally forgotten about that when I wrote that down. Then on the 17th, Anderson County rolls in here. They're 13-9, and then on the 20th, the guys will host the Bears of Spencer County, who are 15-8. Then the season will wrap up on the 22nd against Simon Kenton. That's on the road in Independence. Simon Kenton, like I said, 10-14. They, back on the 2nd of February, though, beat Oldham County 79-70. And they have a fine young player in Travis Croman. So nothing easy from here on out. And that's how Coach Duvall likes it. He plans it that way because his goal, as you know, is to get this team ready for the tournament. It's a lot like, and I know I know Denny Crum always talked about that at Louisville. You don't play the cream puffs. You play some tough games because you're thinking about March. and it's a thing that Coach Duvall has always prided himself on, of getting his teams ready, and it's why they've had success in the postseason. All right, so head coach Devin Duvall is going to make his way over.
While we're talking about him before he makes it over, I did talk to him a little bit during the JV game. He said he almost hit a skunk last night, and all he could think about was love stinks. So all the viewers that were listening the other night, I guess the love stinks story did make an impact one way or another.
There you go. There you go. We'll get ready. He's making his way over.
And I'm sure if he hit it, his truck would have stunk too.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. All right, so we're going to turn me down. We're going to turn her up. And we're going to get...
Hey everyone, I'm here with Coach Duvall. Coach, I want to start out by congratulating you on the 300 career wins. That's amazing. Tell me how you feel.
Thank you very much. It's an honor.
Absolutely. So North Oldham, they've won about 20 games. They really only lost to Great Crossings and a few others. So tell me how you prepared the boys tonight for what's going to be probably a challenge.
They've only got a handful of losses. I think in a lot of coaches' opinions throughout the region, they're the best team in the region right now. We're a little bit short-handed tonight without Brax, but we're going to fight every possession. They are really talented from the arc, and they've got some strong drivers, and they play really good defense. So it's going to be a very good challenge for us. But we accept it, and we're ready for it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, it's head coach Devin Duvall with some of his thoughts before we get set. We're about a minute and a half away from the anthem, the introduction of the starting lineups. We can also say that Coach McDonald took one on the chin tonight, the JV coach, as the boys lost that one. I believe 61-46 was the final score in the JV game. I'm sure Coach Chad will not be happy with me announcing that score. But the kids played hard. I got off to a tough start, but I thought down the stretch the guys came off and really played hard. He got him going there late. We're about set. We're going to send you down here in just a second for the introduction of the starting lineups and, of course, our national anthem as we get you ready for some 8th Region basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 28th Region here in Oldham High School. Basketball match between the North Oldham basketball match and your Orange County Rock Rebels. Rock Rebels. We are our country. Who's staying our country? Performed by Donna Boyce. Performed by Donna Boyce.
All right, running down the starters real quick once again for North Oldham. It'll be Neal, Howard, Sanders, Fisher, and McRoberts. For Owen County, it'll be Moore, Shelton, Mefford, Young, and Camden Beckham. So we are about set to go here on a Wednesday night of hoops, and we are underway. North Oldham wins the tap. Rebels look like they're in a man-to-man early. Well, maybe not. Here's a three immediately from Grant Neal. That was quick, 3-0. See what the Rebels do. Down to Ethan Young. North Oldham in a man-to-man, straight up. Rebels are being patient on this first possession. Good ball movement early. Let's see what they try to get. If they're trying to get somebody to pop free there underneath on the block. And he stepped out of bounds. Ashton Moore, good defensive pressure over there by Brian Sanders. They took a lot of time off the clock, but if you're going to do that, you've got to score.
Yep.
So we're a minute in, and it's 3-0 North. Nice drive, just cut back the other way, and he lays it up and in. That's Jack Fisher. He faked to his left, went back to his right, and laid it in. Rebels down by 5. Minute and a half in. Moore. It's cut off, trying to drive it in the lane and back out to Shelton. They just dare him to shoot that ball. They just dare Young to shoot that shot.
Might be one of the nights where he might ought to try.
I would not disagree with that. I think to free up the inside, I mean, they're just packed in. There it is, and he knocked it down. Ethan Young with the German American Bank three-pointer. And I absolutely agree with you. I think if they're going to give it to him like that, he needs to make a couple. And he did that time. Inside they go, and Fisher puts it up and in. Now a little pressure being applied after the make. Here's Ethan Young. Rebels get across, but really putting the pressure on the ball. They picked it up after that make. Beckham, three, got it! Big shot by Camden Beckham, and I still think he's the X factor for this team, not just tonight, but going forward. Free throw line extended, no good from McRoberts, and a rebound Owen County, 7-6. 3 minutes in. in the hands of Shelton. Got to reset. Didn't have good spacing right there. A little bit of confusion. Now they've got things going again. Down low to Young. He lost the control of it. Got it now to Medford for 3. No.
One thing from the three-point line that I don't think the Rebels are going to be used to playing this team is how quick they need to get the shot off. As you know, North Oldham does have a size advantage on them. A little quicker than most of the teams they've been playing, so they're not going to be able to really take their time on some of those three-point shots.
And I think they're going to have to do a good job of getting back defensively on a miss as well. As there's Ryan Howard, not the first baseman for the Phillies. This is the first guy I thought of. I told you I'm a baseball fan, so I saw Ryan Howard. I thought about the big guy who used to play first for Philadelphia. He could hit. Here's Micah Shelton driving, forcing one up, and it goes, oh, no, we're going to get a deflection, and it will stay here. Yeah, I think, as I was saying, North Oldham is also a team that's going to like to run, and it's going to be imperative for Owen County, and you kind of wonder how many guys you can send to the glass. Because if you have all your guys here and only one guy back, it can be an issue. Here's Moore thinking about going baseline, got cut off. 9-6, North Oldham on top, 3:33 to go in the first quarter. Coach Levitz looks a little exasperated over there. And Shelton loses it out of bounds. Ball just slipped out of his hands and rolled out of bounds. And a timeout taken here by head coach Duval. So good offensive ball movement by Owen County, but good defense by North Oldham as well.
Yeah, it's one of them things they're just going to have to find an opening and hope they get lucky. I mean, there's ways to get around it. This team's pretty long. You know, they've got depth on the bench too. So if they do start getting worn out a little bit, you know, they'll be able to sub somebody in that's just as tall and fast as the next guy. Unfortunately, the depth for the Rebels just got even more shallow tonight.
Yeah. But Brendan Lewis not in the starting lineup, but you figure he'll be a guy coming off the bench early in this game. Well, I shouldn't say early. I mean, at some point, I would imagine he'd be one of the early subs in. You look down that bench, yeah. Owen County only plays 6 or 7 or 8 guys at the most, and one of them's in street clothes. Here's a jump shot, a pretty one up and in by Ryan Howard. I tell you, I saw Brax today. It's 11-6 walking down the hall between classes this afternoon, and you could tell he was very disappointed, and I totally understand. You wouldn't necessarily know it all the time, I think, by his demeanor, but he's competitive. And, you know, you want to play in these big games. You want to play in the premier matchups. Shelton gets into the lane, drops it off and out of bounds. And there is Brendan Lewis. And now a couple of subs for North Oldham. August Soul into the game. Along with Gray Schmidl.
Yeah, I was going to let you pronounce that one.
Schmidl. I usually try to go to the coaches or scorebook, somebody, and get pronunciations. Doesn't mean I always get them right when I have to actually say them. Here's a 3 off the inbound that hits the basket. Shelton gets it, and he's out in a hurry to the basket and blocked. Should have used his right hand right there. He went up with his left, and it got blocked. He should have used the right. Medford to inbound, gets it into Lewis. Skip past Beckham, thought about it. talked about it, but their closeout defense is so good. Oh, nice pass. 3 on the way. No. Rebound comes down to Schmidl. That was a quick pass to Beckham in the corner. He had a good look. 11-6. Here's Neal. 3-pointer. The lefty misses. Knocked out. And it's Owen County ball. There is something about a left-handed jump shot, a left-handed baseball swing, a left-handed golf swing. It just looks different. I mean, obviously it's from the other side, but you know what I mean? It's just a pretty to see. Ken Griffey Jr., left-handed, best swing I've ever seen in baseball. Phil Mickelson, good swing, lefty. Mefford, deep 3, got it. Malachi Mefford, a German-American Bank 3-point shot. It's the third of the night for the Rebels. And in fact, all 9 of their points have come on 3-point baskets. Driving, Neal lays it in. 13-9, a minute to go. First quarter. You see again, North Oldham extending the defense. Oh, and there's a deflection. Beckham loses the handle, gets it back, finds Shelton. Into the lane, Mefford, he's open for a 3, lets it go, no. And the rebound, Lewis can't quite control it. 30 seconds to go. Will North Oldham go for the last shot? Nice pass, Neal in the corner, 3, good. Schmidl fires one in, and it's 16-9. 10 seconds left. There's a reach. It's going to be called on August Soul. It's the first team foul on North Oldham. Owen County's only committed 1 as well, so a pretty well played first quarter. 5 seconds. Inbound to Shelton, and he lost control of it. Lewis comes up with it, and they will not get off a shot. So 1 quarter in the books. North Oldham leads it 16-9 here at the end of 1. So if you're wondering a little bit about the Braxford injury, it was something that happened yesterday in practice. So it's not anything related to the game Monday night against Trimble County. It happened in practice yesterday. And hopefully, I mean, I don't know, I can't speak for what will be tomorrow night, but ankles are those tricky things where you just don't know.
Does look like he's getting around pretty good. So, I mean, there's not a noticeable limp. Doesn't mean he's not in pain. But it is probably the right move, taking the night off.
Oh, yeah. 16-9, back in action, back to action. Rebels with the basketball. Man, that's no, it's over and back. I thought they were going to get Grant Neal with the bump. But instead, it's going to be an over and back call. And a turnover. Big if you're Owen County, too. You can't let this get away from you. You've got to keep it, I would think, in that 7, 8, 9-point range. You cannot let North Oldham just start to pull away, or it could be a long night. Nice pass. What a pass right there from Fisher to Grant Neal. Looked like they had done that before.
Maybe a few times.
Wow. 18-9. Shelton driving in, throws it up. No. Knocked out of bounds. It'll go to North Oldham. It's a big couple minutes right here. I really think this is a big 2-minute stretch, 2.5-minute stretch here for Owen County. Nice move getting to the basket, Fisher, but he can't finish. He got bumped a little bit. No call. Beckham, 3 on the way. Didn't have the feet set. No good. Lot of contact and a foul. They're going to get, no, they're going to get Brendan Lewis. That's his first. He gets out of the game. Ethan Young comes back in for Lewis. 6:49 to go in the first half. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, big rebound, and that's a push. Yeah, Beckham pushed.
He's going to pick up his second foul.
That's a big foul early, I think. Yeah. I think he.
You're going to have to be careful the rest of this half.
I thought he looked over to see if he was coming out. McRoberts on the wing. Drives on Young, scores. I don't mean to keep harping on it, but they have so many guys who can do different things. Pass, nice catch, ball deflected. Baseline pass, Mefford. Moore back to Shelton. Mefford will pull up from 18. No, rebound, North Oldham. And you said it earlier, but they make you rush your shot. They really do.
No, Beckham's going to.
No, I think he stepped out of bounds. I believe Neal stepped on the baseline.
Beckham was thinking the same thing I was.
He took a deep breath. They make you start your offense a long way from the basket, much like the Owen County Lady Rebels do with their defense, but they make you extend and make you start a long way away from where you want to. In the lane, Medford, good pass and a finish.
That's going to be the first 2-point basket on the night for the Rebels.
That was a nice pass from Micah Shelton. Quickly the other way and a foul. Let's see, did they get Medford?
I believe so. Yep.
That's going to send Schmidl to the line to shoot 2. 20-11, Rebels down 9, 5:02 to go here in the first half. Free throw, no good. As a team, North Oldham shoots it at 75%. Second one rolls in. Forward out for Schmidl. The 10-point North Oldham lead. And quick hands by McRoberts. Shelton picks up his dribble, needs some help. Beckham into the lane, little just inside the free throw line, and he puts one up and in, his 5th point. And a good possession by Owen County to finally be patient Wait on the right shot, and it's an 8-point game.
Even with North's defense, meeting them at half court, as long as they're patient, like on that last possession, they might be able to find something in that middle area and wouldn't have to resort to a three.
Here's a three, speaking of, by Austin Sears. His first basket of the night, and it's 24-13. Shelton into the lane, lays it up left hand. No, fight for the rebound. Shelton gets it right back and scores. Ball just kind of casually rolled around there, and Shelton picked it up and scored. 24-15. 3:25 left. And what do we got? Got a little blood. Yeah, I think McRoberts might have a little blood on his lip. Looked like that's what the official was pointing to. He's going over to talk to Miss Casey, the fight doctor. Oh, Neal in the lane, forced up a shot, rebound Beckham. Beckham going all the way to the rim, gets mugged, and draws a foul. I think that's going to be Ryan Howard. Nope. Jack Fisher is first. So that's going to send Camden Beckham to the line for a pair. Got it. Brennan Lewis back into the game as Ashton Moore checks out. Got it. Beckham now leads Owen County with 7 points, and it's 24-17. 3 minutes to go, first half. Three on the way, no good. That was Grant Neal. He kind of leaned to his right a little bit. That wasn't, it didn't look like he had his feet really good and set. Shelton drives, gets it blocked, and a foul. That is on Ryan Howard. And we're going to get a timeout taken here by North Oldham before Micah Shelton goes to the free throw line. So 2:44 to go in the half. Owen County, Shelton could make both of these free throws. It's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the Rebels were
I didn't mean to catch you. I'm sorry. He's taking a big drink, and I'm asking a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Rebels were able to make a little run there, kind of get their feel for their defense. They've been able to play against it for, I can't do the math in my head, for a good while now. So they're able to kind of find some weak spots in it. I'm sure both teams are going to be adjusting that at halftime as well, though. So I'm expecting to see some more threes out of the Rebels here once North Oldham fixes that little inside issue they have.
I had a radio partner when I was doing NKU games many, many years ago who would try to catch me with the mouthful of something or a drink. He would do it on purpose. At first I thought it was an accident, and then I was like, wait a minute, you're doing that on purpose.
It's happening too many times.
And he would grin and just be like, well, you never know. 24-19, both free throws good. 2:33 to go here in the first half. And he is good at that little crossover, Fisher is, and he spins and puts it in. He does it where he goes left and then comes back right. If you're Ethan Young, you've got to sit on that and realize he's not really going left. That's easier for me to say up here.
Yeah, it is a good move because, if he doesn't defend it too much, then he's just going to go up the first time.
Right.
So it's very hard to defend.
It is. Because like you said, the first time you say, well, he's not going left, he lays it in with the left hand, and you're like, oh, he went left. (26-19), nice cut, bucket, Grant Neal. They run those little pick and rolls, the little cut. It reminds me of Princeton back in the day when they would run those backdoor cuts. Knocked off UCLA in the NCAA tournament in '96. (28-19), minute 23 to go. There you go, Micah Shelton. No, and a foul. That's going to be on Neal. First on Neal. Shelton back at the line where he's 2 for 2. First one goes down, and it's 28-20 in minute 14. Got both of them, and Owen County gets a sub into the game as Moore gets in for Ethan Young. (28-21). There's that cut again. And a foul. That's got to be on Shelton, right? Because I thought Malachi got the block clean up top.
Yep. And they got that one on Shelton.
That'll put Grant Neal at the line. Free throw good. Happened to be at that game in Indianapolis when Princeton knocked off the defending national champ UCLA Bruins. Reggie Miller, of course, played for the Pacers at the time. And he's a proud UCLA alum. And as you know, at those tournament games, once the underdog starts to get a lead, everybody pulls for the underdog. Where they showed Reggie Miller on the Jumbotron at the RCA Dome, and he got booed in Indianapolis because everybody in the building was pulling for Princeton. Might be one of the few times Reggie Miller ever got booed in Indy. .30 seconds to go in the first half. Rebels down 9 with the basketball. Mefford back out. Beckham fakes the 3, steps in, shoots no. Big miss. North Oldham a chance to extend the lead out to double digits here before the break. Down to 8. Neal going to work. Don't want to foul. You don't have any to give. 3 on the way. No. Tapped out and too far out. And the basketball will go out of bounds. The horn will sound. And we have reached halftime here at Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium with the score North Oldham 30, Owen County 21. And I say, Braden, if you ask Coach Duvall this afternoon, if you told him you'd be down 30-21 at the half, he probably would have been okay with that in some ways.
Yeah, the Rebels aren't really in a bad spot here. There's some things they could work on. But, of course, we've got the bird's eye view up here seeing different things. So, easier said than done. I think if they come out strong defensively and offensively in the second half, they might be able to pull one off. Things are going to have to go right for them. The North Oldham didn't really hit a lot of shots. They missed quite a bit of shots that first half, especially some of those little put-back layups. If I'd watched this team throughout the year, I would say that they're making those shots, and they might have been, but it just didn't seem normal to me, just going off their shooting percentages.
Yeah, like I said, they shoot it as a team from the field. They shoot it at 52%, which can be I say that, and I look at Owen County. They shoot at 48%. One of the differences to me would be, obviously, you have Brax Ward making a lot of shots in the paint. But that 52% is impressive when you think about how many three-pointers North Oldham shoots. But yeah, I think Owen County, if you're an Owen County fan right now, you're in this game. And that's all you can ask for. You give yourself a chance in these games. So we'll have our world-famous halftime shootout, maybe. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Which leads me to the question of the night, which, by the way, I forgot the other night because we were talking about skunks. So question of the night, and it's an easy one. I didn't have to think too hard about this one today. Sunday, of course, is the Super Bowl. What's your pick? Who you got on Sunday?
I feel like you should already know this answer. I'm going 49ers. Just so social media is not everything but Taylor Swift.
So let me ask you. So is that a heart pick? Like, do you think San Francisco can win the game is what I'm asking?
I mean, I think they can. I've not watched a lot of NFL this year. Watched the Ravens, of course, but, Ravens aren't in it anymore, so I don't really have much of an interest.
Okay.
I have seen some good commercials already that they've, already released.
Yeah, they do that now. They used to never do that, but they leak some of the commercials out now. All right, so you got the Niners. My head says 49ers, although as a Bengals fan, it's hard because the Bengals could have and probably should have won both of those Super Bowls against San Francisco. But they didn't, so water under the bridge. But I really think, and I just cannot, and again, I don't bet, but just saying, I wouldn't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. They do have a really solid team. And they're playing good, and they just have that rhythm. Maybe it's the Taylor Swift magic or something. But they are a successful team, and, I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up winning.
I think they win by 10. I think the defense is going to give Brock Purdy a lot of trouble. Pardon the Taylor Swift pun. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. So let me begin again. I think the Chiefs win by 10. I just think their defense is really good, and I mean, you got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong because I really want it to end in a tie. Because I'm a Bengals fan, so the Chiefs, nah, the Niners, nah.
So this might be a stupid question, but some NFL games do end in ties.
Yes, but the Super Bowl, they would under my impression, they would just keep playing overtime.
Yeah, see, and that's what I was thinking too, because it's the championship. But I mean, how the NFL is. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, even the World Cup final, soccer matches end in ties, but even the World Cup final a couple years ago went to penalty shootouts. And do you know who won?
What year was it?
Just a couple years ago.
I don't know. That's one sport I do not keep up with.
Argentina.
Soccer.
Messi won the World Cup. Took it back to his home country. So I do. I'm a nerd. I know. I watched the match, and it was pretty fun to watch. 4 minutes or so. I know you're listening. You're like, can we get on with the third quarter? Enough soccer talk. But no, we're about 5 minutes or so away from the start of the second half. As I am prone to do, let's take a look at some college basketball going on around the country tonight. I will scroll back up to today, and let's look and see who's ranked tonight. Wow.
Oh, here's some good news right off the bat. Louisville's only down 1 to Syracuse.
There you go.
64-63.
Is that game up at the Carrier Dome? Or is
yes.
That's always a place I've wanted to go watch a game. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's some old, whatever. It's It's a football stadium, but it's always seemed like a cool place to watch a game.
And it looks like Western's hanging in there with Louisiana Tech, 57-55. They're down 2. Louisiana Tech was favored by 10 tonight. We'll see how that goes.
I know Moorhead's at home tonight. I'm not sure who they're playing. It's a 9 o'clock start here in a few minutes on ESPNU. If you watch the game tonight on ESPNU, when you see a crazy redhead, that's my kid. He always tries to find where the camera is, but he will be there. He's very excited. I think it's a blue-out night at Moorhead. How about Tennessee, the 6th-ranked team in the country, is blowing the doors off LSU. I thought LSU was supposed to be halfway good, and they're not. And then Auburn whip it up on rival Alabama. Auburn ranked 12th. Alabama ranked 16th. 63-48. Wisconsin losing to Michigan. So my wife just texted me and said I should share thoughts on Valentine gift ideas. And then the next tweet or the next text said thoughtful. I don't know if that was a hint that I don't get thoughtful gifts. You mean the card at the gas station is not a thoughtful gift?
Well, I mean, we've kind of upgraded in Owen County. You could at least go to the dollar store now. You passed 3 of them on your way home.
Hey, honey, just so you know, to my wife, that was Braden's idea. That was Braden's idea. So, no, Valentine's Day coming up. We will be back with you on the air next Tuesday night on Valentine's Day Eve.
Oh, is that a thing now?
Shelby County Rock. I don't know. Valentine's Day Eve. Let's see. I don't know if that was a sarcastic ha-ha or if she really thought that what you said was funny. So, yeah. Minute 55, it'll give me a chance to run down our corporate sponsors. Hallmark. No, Adidas, Ashcraft Realty, Broadlink, Bush Realty, Covenants Group, Call Family Pharmacy, Commonwealth Credit Union, Double B Dumpsters, Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards Pool Hall, German American Bank, Graphics for Athletics, Grown Family McDonald's, H&W Duke Sporting Goods, Kelly Brothers, Me Viejo, North American Stainless, Owen Electric, Perry Logistics, Premier Detail, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Southern States, State Farm of Owenton, and UK Sports Medicine. Again, thank you for your continued support of Owen County Athletics, and also a big thank you tonight, as always, to German American Bank, as they are the 3-Point Challenge sponsor for every Rebel and Lady Rebels 3-point basket this year made at home. German American will donate $10. Tonight, German American in the hole, $30, as the Rebels have made 3. I'll tell you what, to me is romantic. A basketball game, some popcorn, and hoops. I think that's very thoughtful. In fact, on my 1-year wedding anniversary, I took my wife to see UK play. Because I'm that kind of guy.
Now, did they win?
They did. It was some cream puff they were playing in December. But yeah, I did. I took my wife to a UK game.
Did you get the ice cream?
That was 21 years ago. I don't remember. There's a quick cut to the basket and a quick basket for Jacob McRoberts. You know what? I could get her a Shamrock Shake. Nothing says lovin' like a little McLovin' from McDonald's. All right, I'm done. I might actually be done when I get home. You never know.
Yeah, we've gotten way off track
Micah
here.
Sheldon has the basketball. Just remember, love stinks sometimes. Here's Mefford driving in the lane, kicking it back out to Moore. Rebels have their starting 5 on the floor. She said, "You're funny." I didn't get a "you're funny." She said, "You're funny." 32-21, 7:07 to go. I tell you what, you watch Coach Levitch, and he's very calm. He's a calm coach. He looks displeased right now.
Yeah, it kind of that same stare that Rick Pitino has.
Yes.
And of course that would make sense.
Yes.
Mefford got some hands on that one.
Driving Fisher, good defense, Ethan Young. Mefford trying to drive, throws up a shot, no good. Rebound, knocked up and around and controlled by North, and they're coming the other way. Good defense again, Ethan Young. McRoberts scoops up a shot, no, put back up and missed by Sanders.
This has been a really physical game, but they're letting them play.
And again, as long as it's consistent, that's fine with me. There's a foul that wasn't called. North Oldham, nice drop-off pass, put up and in by Ryan Sanders, his first two of the night, 34-21. And again, I said this early in the game, but it's a danger zone for Owen County. You can't let this thing get too far away from you here in this third quarter. I think you'd like to be in single digits by the beginning of the fourth. And McRoberts trying to make that not happen as he gets a steal and an easy bucket.
And just like that, North Oldham's lead extends to 15.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't let that happen. 36-21, 5:29 to go in the game, third quarter. Of course, Lady Rebels, if you weren't with us, had a big win last night over Trimble County. Talked to some of the girls around school today, and they were sore. They got beat up last night. Got to talk to your sister Rachel about a couple of the calls, one that went, well, really two that went against her, and she still had that wry grin on her face today, like, yeah, those weren't fouls. And one was a foul just against her. Back to action. Pass deflected. On the floor goes Ethan Young, and it stays with Owen County. Now, will your dad get Coach Levitt's autograph before he leaves tonight?
If he was here, he might.
You think?
I don't know. I was really wanting to talk to their assistant coach,
yes,
Paget, but he unfortunately did not make the trip tonight.
David Paget, for those. That was on Jacoby Roberts for holding on the inbound. David Paget, as you had told me and I had forgotten about, had coached the University of Louisville for a year or so.
Interim coach there. Had a pretty impressive record for being interim, 22-14. Even took them to the Elite Eight of the NIT.
For those Owen County fans, everything always comes back to Owen County is what I've been told and what I'm learning. He was the head coach the night that Carson Williams' career at NKU came to a close, because Louisville beat NKU in what was Carson's last game there before he transferred to Western. Ethan Young lets go, and he knocks down another three-point shot. That is his second three-point shot of the night and his second three-point make. Let it fly, and there's a block and a foul. Who'd they get?
Looks like that one's going to be on Malachi Mefford.
And that is his second. 36-24. Ryan Howard at the free throw line. First free throws of the game for him, and he misses the first. Second one is good. Howard now with 5, lead at 13. Mefford in the lane, into Young, back to Mefford. Shelton driving a reach on Jack Fisher. And on Fisher, that's his second. I'll tell you what, you got to commend Owen County. I mean, their game plan has been all night to be patient, and they haven't gotten away from it, even being down. Mefford just knocks it off the back of McRoberts, and then on the inbound, he saw McRoberts had his back turned in a pretty heady play. Foul was on Ryan Sanders, and Mefford going to the line for 2. That's something his dad would have done. I mean, he learned that from his father, I'm sure.
And definitely his grandfather.
Free throw good. Knocks them both down. Owen County shooting very well from the free throw line tonight. It's 37-26. Just 2 seconds under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Roberts thought about it. Now short rebound Beckham. Rebels trying to run. Beckham gets it in the corner. Nice edge by Shelton. Play Mefford and pops. No. Rebels have to get back. And they do a pretty good job of it. 3:20 to go into Fisher. Weaves through a team and lays it up and in. Jack Fisher now with 8. 39-26. Under 3 to go in the third. Notice Fisher coming out and yarding a little bit more on that three-point line. Timeout, head coach. Ball, 30 seconds. Timeout. 2:40 to go. Rebels down 13. Coach Duvall wants to know where they're going to inbound. He's trying to set up a play here. Because he understands as you get close to the fourth quarter that it would be nice, as I said again earlier, to get this down into single digits.
So I'm getting some text messages here saying something's wrong with the mics. So I don't know. I tried to turn this up a little bit. I don't know if they come loose or.
Yeah, I got the message too. I really don't know what necessarily to do about it at this point. I apologize. Maybe it's a little glitch in the matrix and it'll fix itself here. Because we've got everything turned up that we need to have turned up.
It's static and echo.
Yeah. Don't know. I'm not the technical person. Maybe between quarters we'll see what we can do.
But now they said it sounds better, so we must have done something right.
We turned a knob or did something.
Technology is amazing.
When it works. Yep. 2:33 to go in the quarter. 39-26. Rebels trail by 13. Double team came quickly at Shelton, and he finds Young, who gets it blocked out of bounds. Good pass. See what the Rebels work here on the inbounds. Gets it into Shelton. Spinning. He's blocked from behind it. It's controlled by North. Oh, good ball movement. 3, no good. Rebound, Fisher. That was a nice one-handed rebound.
It looks like Fisher's got a little blood on his shoulders, but
ball knocked out of bounds on the rebound, and it stays with North Oldham. Yeah, he's looking at it. As long as the officials don't see it, he's staying out there. Moore get back into the game for Young. Neal moves off to his right, misses the 3, rebound Mefford. Shelton did a good job to close. Neal made a little bit of space for himself, but he couldn't make the basket. Mefford into the lane, puts it up and in off the window. Good move by Malachi. He now has 9, and it's 39-28. And Fisher driving. Nope, rebound Rebels. Pass deflected, stolen. Neal, Fisher, good. It's a tough break for Owen County right there. They had a chance to get it down to 9, and a good defensive play by North Oldham forced the turnover in the easy bucket. Beckham 3, big shot, knocks it down. Camden Beckham with his second 3 of the night, and it's a 10-point game. Oh, nice cut, but nice defense. Camden Beckham, and a foul. That's going to go on Schmidl, and that's going to be his first. And Owen County, with 53.5 seconds to go, has a chance to get this down into single digits. Mefford up near half court with the basketball. There's a cut by Shelton and a foul. It looked like they ran a play that North Oldham had run earlier in the game.
A little backdoor cut there. Going to turn out pretty well for the Rebels as Micah goes to line for 2.
Foul was on Grant Neal, his second, and Shelton at the line for 2, and that's the first Rebel miss of the night from the free throw line. McDonald gets back in for, or McRoberts. I was thinking about that Shamrock Shake, and the second one's good. (41-32). Fisher drive, and he gets fouled. Who got him? Lewis? Nope.
Malachi.
Mefford. That's his third. That's something to keep an eye on as you go in here to the last 30 seconds of the quarter. Thought Coach Duvall might try to sub him out right there just to make sure he doesn't pick up a cheap one here in the last 30 seconds. Free throw is good by Jack Fisher. Free throw good. Fisher now with 12, and it's an 11-point game as Owen County, I would imagine, would try to keep this to the last shot, and there's a foul, and that's going to send Owen County to the line. Foul on Austin Sears. That was a tight whistle when they've been, as you said earlier, been letting them play. Beckham at the line for 2. Missed it.
In and out.
Good. Beckham now with 11, 43-33, 23 seconds. Good defense here by Owen County. to keep this to a 10-point game here in the last 15 seconds. Watch those cuts. They do it so well. Down to 10 seconds. Fisher up top. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound Beckham. He will let it fly, and it will not go in. But Owen County, going into the fourth quarter, it's a 43-33 game. Owen County down 10, but again with a chance. North Oldham, a team that averages 77 points a night. And Owen County through 3 has held them to 43. And I think if you're Owen County, you would have said you'd like this to be in the high 50s to 60, and you feel like you'd have a chance. And Owen County's right there. They've given themselves an opportunity. These are always interesting games, too, because you think about it, these are games, and obviously when you're playing teams within your region, like North Oldham, you could see them again in a first-round regional game and a second-round regional game. So this is one of those games that if you're a coach, obviously you want to win it. But I know Coach Wesselman said to me today about Trimble County last night, she didn't want to show everything because she's thinking ahead to maybe perhaps the district tournament. So how much do you want to show here in this second half? And Brendan Lewis gets called for the foul. Now, did you go to the first Gallatin County game that they played?
It was at Gallatin?
Yes.
No.
And we'll see if Owen County does it. That night, it seemed to me that Owen County tried to extend the game and get to that 5-foul limit rather quickly. And we'll see if maybe the strategy here is that tonight. And that night, it got it back to within a 2-3-point game there in the last minute. That foul was on Ethan Young, his first. Here's a free throw line jumper. That's no good. Rebound Lewis. That was McRoberts. Shelton drives in, scoops one up, and an offensive foul. And there you go. You said you don't see a charge very much. In college, that's not a charge because he would have been in that restricted area. But a nice play by Jack Fisher to step in there and draw the charge. And if you're thinking about getting to that 5 fouls, Owen County already has 3. Down on the baseline to Fisher. He seems like their go-to guy tonight. Lewis falls and Fisher lays it in. He's really done, I think, more to affect this game really than Grant Neal has done in many ways.
Yep.
Shelton 3, no good. Ethan Young tracks it down.
So Neal was scoreless in the last quarter, if I have it correct.
Yeah, I don't have him with anything. He had 11 in the first half. And a push. I think they're going to get Ryan Sanders. His first. Malachi Mefford back into the game. We'll probably see some offense-defense switching for him here in the fourth quarter. Moore needs a little bit of help. And another foul on Oldham. And who was this one on?
Looks like that one was on Howard. This is going to be his second. So
we talked about letting him play, and there's been 5 fouls combined here in the first minute and a half or so. Big shot for Owen County, no good. Mefford misses it on the wing, and North Oldham has the basketball. 3, good. Schmidl, his second three-pointer of the night. And it's back to 15. Beckham in the corner. At some point, Owen County can't play this patient. It's just a matter of time before they're going to have to get up shots a little quicker, and there's a foul, and that's going to be on Ryan Howard, his second. You know, when you've been doing something all night, though, how hard is it to get out of that and change things up in the last 6 minutes? Somebody for Owen County is going to have to get hot. Shelton in the lane, scores! And he draws the foul. That's going to go on Austin Sears, his second, and Owen County a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play with 6 minutes even to go. And that's good. Shelton now with 10, 48-36. Need some stops if you're Owen County. Down on the blocks. Fisher working against Lewis. Gets in the lane, puts it up short. Good defense by Brendan Lewis. And a good steal and out to Fisher. He will go around Brendan Lewis and lay it in. (50-36). Ashton Moore to Beckham. Clock ticking down around 5 minutes. Micah Shelton with the drive in the basket, and Owen County calls timeout.
These Rebels are still hanging in
They
here.
are.
Just some unfortunate things happening on the other end of the court. That's still right there. He got the fast break layup. But, both teams are getting close to that bonus mark. North Oldham doesn't have a foul to give.
No. You look up there at the 5:06 mark to go here in the game, and it's 50-38. You take Brax's 19 points off the board tonight because he's not in there, and you wonder how much of a difference it would have made. I have no idea. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know, and you wonder. It's hard to say too because I'm not sure Owen County, maybe they do play the same style with Braxton. I just don't know. But it does make you wonder, and as I said, if you're looking ahead to maybe an 8th region matchup, I think, Owen County has really held their own tonight and done some really good things on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see a rematch with Brax out there, just to see.
You never know. Coach Duval not happy coming out of that timeout. I don't know what somebody did or didn't do. Fisher thought about the three. Neal back out there. He wasn't out there for a couple of minutes, it seemed like. Shelton guarding him tightly. Oh, there's another cut, but this one's out of bounds. It can't be controlled by Schmidl, and Owen County again a chance to get it down to 10 or maybe even 9. And that'll get North Oldham head coach David Levitch to go have a seat and get a drink. Reach-in foul. That's going to send Owen County to the line as Schmidl gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. And if you're Owen County, you like it right now that there's no 1-1 because everything is 2 from this point out, and it's imperative that you make your free throws and score with the clock stopped. And there's your offensive-defensive substitution as Young comes in for Mefford. Beckham got it. 50-40, 4:20 to go. Fisher being guarded by Lewis. There's that move, and Lewis hand-checked him. That's 3 on Lewis, but that was the same fake to the left, go to the right. Inbound comes in to Neal. He's being guarded tightly. There's a cut. Again, almost lost out of bounds. Instead, a 3 for Ryan Howard. It's no good. How is that not a foul? I am sorry, but he's got his arm draped on Ethan Young.
And then Ethan Young picked up the foul there, it looks like. No, 11.
Brennan
That was on
Lewis.
Brennan.
That's his 4th. So count the basket for Ryan Sanders, and he's at the line for the one shot. And that's exactly what head coach Duvall is saying. I try to be as fair as I can be to both teams up here, but that was not a good call. Free throws off, so a break for Owen County. .348 to go in the game. Rebels need buckets. Beckham steps in. Nice pass, Ethan Young. He lets everybody go flying by and then has it knocked out of bounds. .336. Moore, Beckham, Mefford, turnaround jumper, good. Malachi having a pretty good night. He has 11. Lead back to 10, 3:20. Now it looks like Oldham may try to get Owen County to come out and play a little defense. Oh, there's the cut. Got it. Death by 1,000 cuts tonight. Ethan Young to Moore. Beckham. Rebels probably need to start thinking about taking a couple of threes and committing some fouls. Shelton drives, no. Rebound, loose, controlled by North. Grant Neal gets to the lane and lays it in. He now has 15, and the lead is 14. And Devin Duvall kind of hangs his head over there on the sidelines as he can kind of sense this one slipping away a little bit. I think you said it, though. I think that they've done tonight about all that they could have done, to be honest. They've had a couple of bad breaks go their way. All in all, I mean, except for the one call right there, which I kind of let you know how I felt about it. But I think the officiating's been pretty good.
Yep.
And I think that all credit to them. I mean, they've done what they were asked to do tonight. They're just a little outmanned tonight without Brax being out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, they had something working against them before the game even started. With Brax being injured, but also looking at the record, 20-3 against some really good teams. I'm not saying that was their mentality going into it, but it is in their mind a little bit. Okay, we've got a chance to maybe shock the region here tonight. But like you said, unfortunately, just things aren't going their way.
But I tell you what, I have liked tonight, and I heard Coach Duvall tell Madison Wright before the game, we're going to fight every possession, and they have.
Yes.
I mean, they've been in every possession tonight.
There's been no lack of hustle from the Rebels tonight.
Mefford creates some space and scores. He's played well tonight.
Yes, he has.
And is that an offensive? What do we got? Going to get Ashton Moore for the hold. That's his first. And that will send Schmidl to the line where he's 1 of 2 tonight. He has 7 points. 2 shots from here on out. No good. Braden Lewis back in for Ethan Young. Free throw good. Schmidl now with 8. 57-44, right at 2 minutes. Mefford thought about it, doesn't pull the trigger on the 3. Beckham will in the corner. That one's no good. Thought it was going to get the roll, doesn't. And so North Oldham with the lead in the leather. Minute 42 to go in the game. Fisher cut off, top of the circle. Howard got it. Minute and a half, 60-46.
It looks like Western came out with the upset, winning 81-76.
There you go. There's a nice move by Beckham. How'd Louisville turn out?
I'm scared to look.
There's Howard again in the corner with another one. 63-46.
Looks like Syracuse has a 4-point lead, 34 seconds to go, according to my score. Might already be over.
Micah Shelton at the line. He misses the first. So under a minute to go in the game. North Oldham is going to, with the win, improve to 21-3 on the season. 15-10 will the Rebels go. Okay, I think you and I talked about this the other night, but you look at some of the teams around the state and some of the possible Sweet 16 matchups, and if you have never been to Lexington for the Sweet 16, this might be the year to go, because there could be, if everything holds true, timeout North Oldham. If things hold true to form, there could be some great first and second round matchups. You may not have to wait till Saturday to the semifinal day to see some good games down in Lexington. You go to the Sweet 16?
I've never been.
You should go. It is, and I'll tell you, I got a good friend of mine. I do some games with him on a station up in northern Kentucky. We just did a game the other night, and he was telling me that we should go to the 9th Region Tournament, which is at Truist Arena there in Highland Heights. And I told him, I said, no. I said, and I will go to the 9th Region Tournament more than likely. But I said, you got to come down and go to the 8th Region Tournament with me at Henry County.
See, that is the tournament.
Yes.
That's not.
And he agreed. He said he's going to try to come down and go to maybe an 8th Region game or two with me. Oh, Brendan Lewis with a foul. Brendan Lewis brings that football mentality to the basketball court, and he is fouled out. There is something about that gym over there at Henry County. And I love Truist Arena. If you've not had a chance to go up there to watch a game or anything, It's a great building, but I do miss, because I'm an old codger, I do miss when the regional tournaments aren't played at high school sites. I do, and I love Truist. It's a great place to watch a game. I enjoy going to the tournament. It's easy in, easy out. But they used to play the 9th Region Tournament at local schools, and I tell you what, you get into some of those smaller gyms, and you had to get there early to get a seat.
Well, I remember the girls' region being here my junior year, and, this is a pretty sizable gym.
Yep.
And even for girls' tournaments, it was packed. Well, a couple years ago at Grant County, the class of 22, that was a packed gym. Anderson and Owen County in the finals. Of course, we all had to get there plenty early, but there wasn't much room in there either.
One of my favorite places in northern Kentucky, since I'm being nostalgic, is, of course, my old high school gym at Campbell County. But the 9th Region Tournament several years was played at Holmes High School. And that is a big old gym without air conditioning. And in the second few days of March, it can either be cold or hot. But it didn't matter what it was outside. It was always hot in that building. There's a foul by Mefford. And the Hall of Famer lets some extra time run off the clock. Did you see that?
That's probably why he's in the Hall of Fame.
65-50. But, yeah, if you've never been to the 8th Region Tournament, even if it's not an Owen County game, I would encourage you to get over there and check out a game in that old gym.
Now, they do have new bleachers down in the lower part, so it is a little more enjoyable. But there's just something about sitting upstairs on them hard wooden benches.
That scoreboard hanging from the ceiling. There's a foul on the other end.
Now, that place gets really hot, too.
Yes, it does.
But they do turn those fans on and timeouts and in between quarters and halftime and stuff.
Now, I haven't been in a while because I'm kind of new back to the county. Do they still have, because I always think about concessions, do they still have the walking tacos?
As far as I know, they do.
All right.
Of course, I was only over there once this year because it was a boy-girl doubleheader. I don't think they had them that night, but usually they break them out for the regions. They also get the other concession on the back side of the gym.
Coach Levitt's calling over his team. I'm sure he's saying, guys, don't foul.
That was going to be Malachi's 5th foul.
It's going to get Caden Perkins into the game.
Perkins.
14 seconds to go, 68-51. Beckham, 3, no. Rebound, Perkins fighting for it, and there's a foul. And Caden Perkins is going to go to the free throw line. So our Broadlink player of the game tonight is going to be Jack Fisher. He's going to finish. I have him unofficially with 16. Perkins misses.
I've got 16 too, so we're both probably wrong.
That was comforting, reassuring. Perkins misses both. And North Oldham will just dribble it out. A valiant effort tonight from Owen County, but North Oldham just a little more, just a better team tonight. And I don't mean that with any disrespect to anybody, but just a little more weapons, a few more weapons tonight. And obviously, like I said, without Brax Ward, it was a tough task for Owen County coming in. Rebels lose it 68-51. North Oldham 21-3. Owen County falls to 15-10. And we are going to try to get our player of the game to come over and talk to Madison Wright. That is Jack Fisher. We'll run down the scoring totals for you here in just a minute. But our Broadlink player of the game is down there with Madison Wright.
With 16 points and a hard-fought win, you're our Broadlink player of the game. Tell me how you're feeling about the game in this season so far.
Feeling good about the season. Not a great game, but, a win's a win. We'll take it on the road. Just looking to the next game, trying to get another win.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the Broadlink player of the game, Jack Fisher, finishes with 16 tonight. I think he's probably, I think it's a very honest answer. If you're North Oldham, kind of ho-hum, you got to win, you move on. If you're Owen County, a lot to take from this tonight. I thought the Rebels, as we said, played a pretty good game tonight, coming up short.
Yeah, they were able to stick with them for a while, but, towards the end of the game, they kind of got winded a little bit of foul trouble. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to stick around as long as we hoped.
Well, I think the thing would be, and we said this before the game, you just want to give yourself a chance. They did that tonight. Taking a look at the scoring totals for tonight. First of all, for North Oldham, they were led by Jack Fisher, who finishes the game with 16 points. Grant Neal had 15 points. He was the second leading scorer, and Ryan Howard, he had 11 points. So they get 3 of their starters in double figures. The rest of the way was Jacoby McRoberts. He scored 6. Ryan Sanders with 6 points. Gray Schmidl had 8 points. Austin Sears with 3 points. How about me reading the scores and fishing up the mic?
That was impressive.
At the same time. For Owen County, I didn't think I could do it. I thought I would drop it or my score sheet, but I managed. For Owen County, they were led tonight. 3 players in double figures. You said they needed that, and they got it. Camden Beckham with 15, Micah Shelton with 14, Malachi Mefford with 13, Ethan Young with 6, Ashton Moore finishes with 2. Tough night, though, for the team, but not the last. They're going to be back here on, they're going to be over at Williamstown tomorrow night, and then they're going to be back in here on Tuesday night when they take on Shelby County. The girls, I believe, and I'm doing this off the top of my head, they don't play again until Monday night, and I think it's here.
Yes, senior night.
So we will be with you Monday night right here as the girls take on. Do you remember who it is off the top of your head?
Nope.
Okay. I don't either. But we'll get that figured out for you. But Monday night we will be here bringing that game to you. That we'll be back in here on Tuesday night as we bring you the Owen County boys against Shelby County. Then a special night coming up on the 17th against Anderson County. That is Hall of Fame night. So you want to be here if you can't be here, be with us as we bring you the action. That's going to do it tonight here from Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium. Owen County falls 68-50 to North Oldham. For Braden Howard, I'm Brian Blair saying good night from Owenton.